This is Career Direction, Part 1. Lord, what should I study? Have you ever asked God for direction about an important decision? Perhaps what to study, what career to pursue, or what path to take in life. This is the story of how one question changed the course of Olufunmilola's life. When Olufunmilola was in her final year of secondary school, many students around her were deciding what they wanted to study at the university. Some wanted to study medicine. Others wanted to study pharmacy. Some wanted to become engineers. Like many students, Olufunmilola also considered studying medicine. But then she had a thought that changed everything. She asked herself, what if I asked God what He wanted me to study? That question seemed simple. But for her, it changed everything. So she decided to pray. She asked God to direct her choice of study. She did not want to choose a course simply because it was prestigious. She did not want to choose a course simply because other people expected it. She wanted God's direction. As she continued praying, she also continued studying her Bible. Then one day, while reading 1 Corinthians chapter 12, she encountered a verse that captured her attention. The passage listed different gifts and callings. And then she read, "And God had set some in the church, first apostles, secondarily prophets, thirdly teachers." She paused. For reasons she could not explain, she felt that God was trying to tell her something. Teaching. That could not be right. She quickly dismissed the thought. After all, she was naturally quiet and introverted. In her mind, teachers were extroverts. Teachers stood in front of people. Teachers interacted with others all day. That did not sound like her. And there was another problem. At that time in Nigeria, teaching was not considered a highly desirable profession. Teachers were not well paid. In fact, teachers sometimes went months without receiving their salaries, leading to strikes and financial hardship. So she finished reading her Bible and moved on. But she still needed God's direction. She continued praying. And strangely, that same Bible passage kept returning to her mind. Again and again. Weeks passed. She continued asking God for direction. Eventually, she reached a point where she decided to ask God for a sign. She prayed, "Lord, if studying education is truly your will for me, let my parents support this decision without asking me any questions." To her, this seemed almost impossible. Surely her parents would ask questions. Surely they would wonder why she wanted to study education. Still, she prayed. And then she waited. One day, her parents called the children together and asked what each of them wanted to study at the university. When it was Olufunmilola's turn, she quietly replied, "Physics education or mathematics education." To her surprise, her parents did not ask a single question. Instead, they immediately supported her decision. Then a relative who was visiting made a comment that surprised her even more. He explained that in the difficult economic conditions of the time, someone who studied education could begin by offering private lessons. Eventually, they could gather enough students and perhaps even start their own school. Olufunmilola was stunned. She was the female senior prefect of one of the best secondary schools in the state. And here was her parents and a relative supporting and encouraging her to study education. She could hardly believe what she was hearing. But she had asked God for a sign. And God had answered. Later, she discovered that there had been another, rather funny, reason her parents had supported her decision so quickly. But at that moment, she only knew one thing. God had fulfilled His part. Now she had to decide whether she would fulfill hers. She still did not understand why God seemed to be leading her toward education. She still did not understand why God seemed to be leading her toward a profession that felt so different from her personality. But she chose to trust God. And that decision would eventually change the course of our life. In part 2 of the Career Direction series, we will see what happened when Olufunmilola followed what she believed was God's direction, even when many people questioned her decision. Before we go, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever asked God for direction about an important decision? Or have you ever felt God leading you in a direction that did not make sense at the time? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching. God bless you.